no matter where you are today in your business and in your life, you're just one funnel away. All right, welcome to the last video in the Funnel Hacker Cookbook training series. You've gone through a lot so far. We talked about funnel strategy. We talked about all the elements. We talked about the pages. And now we're talking about what pages go into each of the different funnel recipes. And this is my favorite part. This is where all the pieces should start making sense. And we're going to go over 22 different funnel types. But at the end, we're going to talk about what funnel is actually the most important one for you. So sit back, relax, have some fun, and I'll see you guys in the training. Welcome back, everyone. So now what I want to start doing, now that you guys have all the foundation, right? We have all the elements, which are ingredients that go into these page recipes, right? I know we've covered a lot. There's a lot here, but hopefully you kind of understand that and you go back and watch the videos to like really ingrain, like, okay, this is the stuff that goes in this page and this page. And again, the cookbook is nice because it'll break it back down. So you'll say, okay, for the video sales letter page, what are the actual elements and what order? Okay, I know I need a headline. I need this. Like, these are the things we need. But again, it'll show you like, this is the sections, these are the pages, these are the elements. And then obviously you can always tweak stuff and add stuff. Like, the nicest thing about this, I always talk about, there's like the art and the science of it. The science is like, here's the structure. The art is like, well, maybe my video sales letter page, I'm gonna add this, I'm gonna change my color. Like, you still have that freedom. In fact, those things are important. But the science is like, the video sales letter page looks like this. There's a logo, there's a video, there's a button, there's a thing. Like, I always tell my designers, 'cause every time I get new designers, like, they're so creative, they try to create all these other things. I'm like, I want you to be as creative as possible within the framework of what works. Okay, the science has been proven. Like, this is something we didn't just make up. Like, we've made hundreds of millions of dollars over the last decade doing these things. Like, this is after us chiseling away at stones forever. Like, these are the formats and the frameworks of what works. So don't mess up with those. Like, they're perfect. If a new one comes out, I'll let you know. But right now, like, every single thing that we have done to build a $100 million business, it's these pages. That's it. And I don't use most of these pages. I would use probably 10% of them traditionally. Maybe the other ones I use in rare occasions, but almost all of them are like a few set of pages. So that's what I want you guys to understand. And then again, though, within the page, though, use your creativity, add your art, add your videos, add your colors, add your art in there, because that's what's going to get people to buy. It's what's going to make your offer different. But the science is perfect. Don't jack with it. We had a decade of research that proves that this stuff works, and I don't even try to like break it anymore because it works, and so we just use it. And someday someone figure out some new way, I'll adopt it. But until then, like, this framework, it works. It's sold for us personally over $100 million. For people that I know, like, billions of dollars have been sold through these frameworks. So just don't mess with them. They work. Okay. All right. So with that said, the next thing is now I want you to look at each of these as ingredients. Okay, so next section in the cookbook, chapter 3 here, we get into funnels. We're talking about funnel recipes. Now, what goes inside of funnel recipes are, again, our ingredients. So now each of these pages is just an ingredient, okay? So look at these are just ingredients in a funnel. That's it, okay? And that's how I want you to look at these now. These are just, this is the milk, this is the egg, this is the flour, these are now all ingredients, okay? And yeah, this is the exciting part. So there's 4 types of funnels we're going to go through. And there's tons of ways you can categorize funnels, but as I was building this, we redid it like 4 or 5 times. The one that made the most sense, especially in the context of this book, is there are funnels that are created to generate leads. There's funnels that are there to sell something, to create a buyer. There's event funnels, and there's some other funnels that are kind of just weird that fit there, okay? And so I'm going to kind of go through a bunch of types of lead funnels, buyer funnels, event funnels, and other funnels. Now, in this first edition of the cookbook, there are 22 funnels that fit into here. Okay, and again, you're not going to use all 22. You're probably going to use 1 to 3 max. Okay, and every business is going to be different. I'm going to talk about it because, like, a chiropractor is not going to use the same funnels as an author. Like, they're different. So I'm going to explain all 22 so you understand the strategy. And then at the end, I'm going to talk about, like, well, which one should you actually use for your specific business? Okay. All right. So the first one I'm talking about are lead funnels. So the first funnel, and it's a lead funnel, is a squeeze page funnel. Inside the squeeze page funnel, they're basically 2 pages, total cook time. If this was a real recipe, about 30 minutes. Isn't that fun? We made it actually match a recipe book. All right. So this is basically what it is. These are the 2 ingredients. You need a squeeze page and you need a thank you page. And that's it. There's your squeeze page. So if I'm going to make a squeeze page funnel, I need a squeeze page right here. I need a thank you page. And there you go. Squeeze page funnel. It's done. That was easy, right? Yes. All right. Now, the caveat I want to make is that don't, like, for the most part, stick with this. But if I set this thing up and I did everything, I followed it, I used funnel scripts, the copy's good, and it's not working, it might be like, well, people are coming to this page, like, maybe the traffic's too cold, they don't know who I am yet. So maybe I need to add something. Like, maybe when I email my list and I do Facebook ads, this whole thing works. But maybe when I'm on CNN.com buying ads, it's not working. So maybe if I go on CNN, maybe I need a pre-sale page. So maybe I'm going to set up, maybe I'll set up an article. So if I'm driving traffic to CNN, I'll set up an article first so that they see it. They're in CNN and reading articles. They click on a button, it goes to my article page, and then the article then pushes to the squeeze page and thank you page. So I can add things in this really simple as they make sense, okay? And so that's the power of the Lego system. That's why I did this in Legos. Can you see, like, it's really like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can add things, you can tweak things, as you'll kind of see as we're going through here, okay? But there you go, there is a squeeze page funnel. Pretty simple and pretty easy. So I'm gonna get squeeze page and thank them. Now a couple things, I might do a squeeze page funnel, and then maybe I'm gonna use something different. Like again, there's different ways to do this, and as we go deeper, you'll see me do it over and over again. Okay. Next one is a reverse squeeze page funnel. Again, 2 pages, total time 30 minutes, really simple. Very simple one, right? I got the reverse squeeze page first. Put this down here, and then I got a thank you page. There you go, there's my reverse squeeze page. Boom, that cake, who wants to eat it? It's perfect, right? There he is. Once again, like maybe I have this reverse squeeze page, but maybe I want to add a quiz page in front of it. Okay, again, I can do some of those things here. Or maybe instead of a thank you page, I want to add a bridge page or share page. Like I can interchange those, but again, the process is the same. Somebody opts in, then I thank them, and then I can do whatever I want. So I can interchange different types of thank you pages here if I need to, if I want to. Next lead funnel type is the lead magnet funnel. So lead magnet funnel is very simple. I'm just going to use the lead magnet ingredient here, that page, and then I'm going to have a thank you page once again. Same concept, right? How simple this is. There you go. And there's the lead magnet funnel for you guys. This is almost too easy, Russell. Why? Make this harder. All right, this one's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna make this a little tricky for you. So this one we're gonna do is a bridge page funnel. Okay, so bridge page funnel, I'm gonna start with a squeeze page. So I'm gonna grab the squeeze page here. But the cool thing about this is I may want to do a reverse squeeze page. It doesn't have to be a squeeze page. I can do a bridge funnel with a reverse squeeze page. I can do it with, I can interchange that one really easily, right? But I'm gonna do squeeze page here, then I've got the bridge page. Boom, there's the bridge page. And then I'm taking them to the next funnel. So this for example, let's say I'm a network marketer. So I have a squeeze page saying like, hey, let me teach you how to get rid of something bad that you have that my product helps with, right? And they're like, what? So they opt in here, and the next page is like, cool, the way I do that is by this product that I've got. It's really, really awesome. There's a company that you gotta buy it from. I'm gonna put the link down below, click on the link over here, and you're gonna go over there. So we bridge them over to the other company, right? Anytime there's an arrow here, it means you're pushing them to the next funnel, okay? Or if let's say I'm an author and I want to sell my book and I have a book funnel somewhere, but I'm going out to, like for example, let's say it's me, right? I've got my books that I'm selling, teaching people how to build funnels, but maybe I want to go to a chiropractor because the chiropractors don't know what funnels are, so I gotta bridge something. So I might say like, my #1 secret to get 30 chiropractic leads a day in your local area. I have a squeeze page here, and thank you page is like, cool, the secret is this thing called funnels. In fact, I wrote a whole book about funnels. It's called .com Secrets. I know you're a chiropractor and you might not make sense, but if you look at it from that lens, this book will make total sense. Click here to go get my book. And then I bridge that over to there, and then they get the book, and now I can sell chiropractors my book because I made a bridge funnel first to connect the bridge for them in their mind of why they should care about my book. That makes sense? I love bridge funnels. These are so cool. Nobody ever uses these or talks about them. They're so awesome. All right. Next one here is a survey funnel. Survey funnel is actually really, really simple, okay? All right, so I need a quiz page right here where I'm gonna ask them like who they are and figure out who they are, and then I'm gonna redirect them to some other funnel, okay? If my quiz is asking, are you a man or a woman, then I'm gonna have a man funnel and a woman funnel. And that might be a VSL funnel, might be a bridge page funnel, it could be a webinar funnel, there's different funnels. So I have a quiz page to figure out who they are, and then from there I push them into whatever funnel based on the answers that they give me here. That's the quiz funnel, super easy, it's just a one-page one. It's just basically a funnel that's gonna push them to the other funnels. Application funnels, this one's got 3 pages. This is one, people that are selling more expensive things, they want a lead, they want an application. It's not just like an email address, they want more. They use an application funnel, okay? So for example, all my coaching programs are sold through these kind of things. So I would start with like a reverse squeeze page. In the reverse squeeze page, I may have a case study video or something talking about why my thing is awesome. Then they might have a button for them to opt in, and then they click, and it's gonna have a click pop. So they click on a button, it pops up, which then I get their email address. Then I'm gonna take them to an application page over here. So I got an application page where they can apply. Boom, and then I need a thank you page to thank them for applying. There it is right here. And boom, there is my application funnel. I can launch my high ticket program now. It's that easy. Is that awesome, you guys? There you go. Now, once again, I may have this funnel right here, but like maybe I'm driving traffic from Facebook and nobody's opting in here. It's like, well, maybe they need to be warmed up first. Let me warm them up. Let me, I'm gonna do a pre-sale page that tells my story first. I'm gonna send them to the pre-sale page first, and they'll go through this process here. Oh, that'd be cool. Or what if What if they go through this process, instead of just saying thanks at the end, what if I say, you should buy something? So if I have what if I throw a video sales letter at the end? So they buy the whole thing, and then I'm gonna throw a video sales letter here that's like, hey, thanks so much for buying. You should buy my other thing, and then they're gonna give me money, they're gonna buy that, and then I will thank them. Oh, cool. So the funnel structure is still the same, but I just like, hey, added a pre-sale page, and then maybe at the back of it I added a way for someone to buy the next thing. It's just simple. It's just like, oh, cool. There's an evolution of how I might make this even better in the future. Okay? All right. Steven, you want to help me? Okay, I'm gonna have Steven help me with these because it's gonna take forever to go back for. So he will, this is Steven Larson, for everyone who doesn't know me. Give him a round of applause. Yeah. He is actually my funnel builder, assistant funnel builder in the office. We sit next to each other building funnels all day, and now we're gonna build Flagos together. All right, so there's an application funnel. So while he's putting those back, I'm gonna start the Ask Campaign funnel. This is another way to get leads. So the Ask Campaign, again, is very simple. I just need, do we have an opt-in page over there? Squeeze page, there we go. Okay, we got a squeeze page, and then we need a thank you page.
Thank you page, right there.
We have an ask page, don't we? Oh, I need the ask page. This one we got to update in the cookbook. Okay, so we need ask page, and then thank you page. Boom, so we ask them a question. What's your number question about blah, 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 blah. They give me the email address, boom, and then we say thank you, and that's it. But again, I could be like, thank you so much. By the way, you should go buy my thing. Or by the way, instead of this thank you page, may have an offer wall. Like, thanks so much for giving me your answer. By the way, I've got 3 other products. You should go check those out as well. And push them through the offer wall. So I can just replace thank you pages really simply, really easily. All right, I'll throw that bad boy back over there. All right, now we're gonna, so that's a bunch, those are the different types of lead funnels. So there's ones to get email addresses really easy. There's ones to train. There's ones to get applications. But those are ways we're just getting leads for the most part. We're not really selling in people anything yet. Okay, now we're going to buyer funnel. So first one is a 2-step tripwire funnel. It's probably one of my favorites in the world. Step number 1 is a 2-step order form page. Boom. Number 2 is then we need an upsell page. So they just bought this thing. We have an upsell, and then we're also going to give them a downsell because maybe they don't want the whole thing. And then we need an offer wall page. Boom, and there we go. And there, you guys, is a 2-step order form. So when someone buys my free book, then we upsell them my traffic training, we upsell them, or we downsell them the digital version of the traffic training, and then we push them out to our other free plus shipping funnels. And there is 2-step tripwire funnel. So good. That cake is so good. I love it. And again, I could be like, oh, we need to, it's not converting. Let me throw a pre-sell page in there. Boom, now I pre-sell it, now we go in. Awesome. It's working really, really good. Or maybe you could be like, I don't want to do downsell because I don't have a product to downsell, so you can get rid of one too. You don't have to have like every single page. I can get rid of a downsell, or maybe I have 2 upsells. Maybe I have an upsell 1 and an upsell 2. I can interchange those really easily within the framework of how the 2-step tripwire funnel works. Okay, video sales letter funnel. All right, so first thing we do is the video sales letter order form page. And I like the order form page again because all my tests have had a video sales letter order form underneath it have 1, so I'm gonna do that. Number 2, we're going for an OTO. Boom, and we're offering a downsell as well. And then we've got an offer wall. And there you go. There is the video sales letter funnel. Pretty simple, right? Yeah. Yes. All right. Now, next one is a sales letter funnel. Now, notice when I do a sales letter funnel, it's almost identical. The only difference is instead of having VSL, you trade me for a sales letter.
Oh, yes. Here you go.
Or sales letter order form.
Want sales letter order form?
Oh, actually, we can do 2 things. Let's do sales letter. Sorry, let's do this one.
Okay.
And then let's do, because I could just do sales letter, and then maybe I still need an order form though.
An actual order form?
Give me a traditional order form.
That's how it actually works.
And there you go. So I got sales letter. This one has the order form in the page, but I didn't want it in the page because I think that's tacky, and I wanted to have a separate page. Whatever reason you have, you come up with. So I broke it out, and I just made traditional. So then I went sales letter, click the order form. Then from there, then we got the upsell, downsell, offer wall, and there you go. There is the video. There's the sales letter funnel. All right, next one is the membership funnel, which is actually very, very similar to this one. So this one we're going to start with video sales letter.
There you
go. We did video sales plus order form for this one. All right. Video sales letter order form, and then we just went directly to an offer wall page. Boom. And then we got the membership access. So what happened here is somebody went to the video sales letter where I pitched them on the membership site. Then I thanked them, said thanks so much for buying. And then they went to a page where they create their account, and they logged into the members area. So there it is, video sales letter funnel. But maybe I sell someone on my membership site, but I'm like, that's awesome, but I've got this really cool thing I could upsell them. So all I'm gonna do is I can easily add an upsell to this funnel and it still works. Someone buys a membership site, now I have an upsell for maybe a live event or my live training or whatever, throw it in there, and boom, same thing, the process still works. Maybe this is working good, but it's not, or maybe it's not converting yet. I'm gonna throw a quiz on the front of it. I can add a little thing like that, and the funnel structure still stays the same. Okay? Notice I'm adding is usually something I'm adding to the front, or I'm adding a second upsell, but the core framework doesn't deviate, it doesn't change. Okay? Next funnel type is an invisible funnel. All right, so the visible funnel, we're gonna do video sales letter page plus the order form once again. You guys know I love this one. It's one of my favorite ones. There's like 4 or 5 of these I use like almost every time. So what an invisible funnel is, different than a traditional funnel, is how you sell the product. So if you read, I talk about it in the .com Secrets book. But basically, like a good example is we have our Double Your Reading program, where it's like sign up for this thing. Howard Berg is going to double your reading. If he doesn't, and basically, like you put your credit card in, we don't bill you right now, and then you go through the training, and if he doubles your reading, then you pay. Then basically 3 days later or 5 days later, we bill your credit card. So we call it an invisible funnel because it's basically like you get them results first. Like sign up. If you're in the dating market, it'd be like sign up, go through the training this weekend, and go get a date this weekend. If you don't get a girl, let us know, and we'll cancel your account. We've done it in like so many different markets. We did it in couponing. We did it in a bunch of things. That's kind of the concept is the way you position the sale. But the funnel is very similar. You have VSL, order form page, and then the offer wall. And again, we could add other things as well, but that's the core structure that you should not deviate from when you're doing an invisible funnel style webinar. All right, daily deal funnels. So this one, the companies that made these famous are like Groupon and Living Social. I'm sure you guys are familiar with these. That's what a daily deal funnel is. These are really good funnels for offline style businesses. And this is how it kind of works. Number one is you got a really good offer. So we're doing a video, 2-step order form. There we go, 2-step order form. And then we got a share page. So for example, if I was a retail business and I wanted to do this, I'd go to Groupon and I would type in, I would Google, or I'd search inside of Groupon for like, let's say I'm a chiropractor or laser hair removal or whatever. I'd see all the offers people are doing and I'd create a similar offer that's currently working on like Groupon or Living Social or whatever. And I would make that offer right here. If somebody gets it, then the page right here is like, thanks so much for getting it. Please share this with your friends and your family members. It gets offered to everybody possible. So you can replicate what happens in Groupon, your own thing, and then you're gonna keep the customers and you don't have to do a big launch that lasts for like 24 hours. You can like have an evergreen thing that's consistently bringing you in customers. And that's kind of what a daily deal funnel is. All right. Okay, now we're gonna start transitioning to our actual event funnels. So those are the core buyer funnels. So now we're at the event funnels. The first one is the webinar funnel. And with the webinar funnel, the one caveat is that in a webinar funnel, you're using some third-party service like GoToWebinar, Webinar Jam, Zoom, something else. Someone registers for webinar, but they're registering through a third-party service because we don't do live webinars. So first, the webinar registration page. So they register. If they register, it registers them also on, again, the third-party service. Boom, and there's a confirmation page saying thank you. Then we've got indoctrination emails that'll go out to them. So they'll get emails pre-selling them, and we'll have a bunch of emails there. And then after they watch the webinar live on GoToWebinar or whatever, then in the indoctrination pages, the emails will then push them back to the replay room to watch the replay afterwards. Is that it, right? And there you go. There is your actual webinar funnel. Very simple. All right, now if we're going to change this a little bit, the next one is an automated webinar funnel. Automated webinar funnel is very similar. The only big difference here is that the webinar is actually happening here inside of a broadcast room. So I'm going to take this. Someone's going to register for the webinar. We're going to thank them. They'll still get the indoctrination emails that are coming out and warming them up to whatever we're going to sell. But then the broadcast actually happens inside of a ClickFunnels page. And then the replays also happen in ClickFunnels pages. So it's very similar, except for the broadcast happens here as opposed to in some third-party service. That's how the automated webinar ones work. All right. Next is a product launch funnel. Oh, this is going to be hard because we only have one of these. That's all right. Where's the page at? There it is, product launch page. Okay. So the product launch page, the way it typically works is you're going to have one page that looks like this, and then 2 pages look like this, and 3 pages. You're going to have 3 of these pages. So 3 of these blocks, page 1, page 2, page 3. This is the first video they watch, second video, the third video they watch, and then the fourth one will then be the product launch page with the order form in it. So imagine 3 of these. The only thing I might add to this as well is a lot of times before you to get someone into your launch, typically what a lot of people do is they'll have a reverse squeeze page on the front of it. So I have a reverse squeeze page saying, we're doing this live training about whatever over the next 4 weeks. This is going to be awesome. And they talk about it and then give us your email address down below. So they'll go through the reverse squeeze page and then go into this product launch sequence where they get day 1, they get the first video. 4 or 5 days later, get video number 2, video number 3, and the last one comes here with the cart so they can actually order. So there you go on that one. And now we're going to talk about some of the other funnels. These are ones we put in there because people always want them, but I don't know if they're that as important. So some of them are, some of them aren't. Okay, the first one is the hero funnel. So this is basically really 2 pages. Page number 1 is you having the ability to talk about yourself, share your bio, give your links to all the different things. Somebody can click on a thing and it pops up. And then we throw it in the thank you page, and there you go. There's your hero funnel. Boom. In fact, new ClickFunnels onboarding, our first goal is to get everybody to create a hero page. And anyway, you'll see the new process. It's pretty cool. And you get a cool little hero badge that has Batman on it. It's so awesome. So there's a hero page. All right, number 2 is our homepage funnel. So this is where you have a traditional style homepage. Click pops coming back in, and then we've got thank you page again. That was very similar. So homepage is like, hey, here's who I am, here's all the stuff I sell, here's links to all my different products. You click on that and it goes to opt-in, and then you can push them to other pages, you can push them to different funnels and things like that. So that's kind of how homepage funnel works. All right, next one here is the cancellation funnel. This is one that when was it? Todd put this into place in ClickFunnels probably 4 or 5 months ago now. Single-handedly, probably one of the things that's made us the most amount of money in our business, and it was just like so stupid. We talked about it for like a year, like, oh yeah, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that. We never did, and Todd one day got angry, and a lot of good stuff happens when Todd gets angry typically. And he's like, I'm just gonna do it. So he basically, what he did is he went and he took a quiz page, and then he took an article page a few times, and he said, okay, someone clicked on the cancellation button, took him to a page that said, why do you want to cancel? Like, it had options like, it's too expensive, I'm broke, I hate ClickFunnels, lead pages is better, like all these like things, right? And whatever thing they clicked on, they took them to an article page saying, you seriously think lead pages is better? Come on now, come on, right? Or it's too expensive for you? Well, we have a smaller option, you can downgrade. Or you're not using it, let me train you on how to use it, I'm gonna give you a free training course on how to do it. And so based on what the reason they were giving us to cancel, we had different responses back here to address their thing and try to do whatever they needed to save the sale. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it took our churn down dramatically. Like one of the biggest things we've ever done in our funnels to make money. I think every single person who's got a membership site, got products, got a refund department, anything, you should have a cancellation funnel. You'll save so much money by taking people through a cancellation funnel. Storefront funnel. This is more traditionally for like e-commerce people, and it's just one page. It's a page. Yay! Here's all the crap I sell. Click here to go to the funnels where I can actually sell it to you and profit. And yeah, so that's kind of what a storefront funnel is. It's just, here's all the stuff you sell and push them to the actual funnels you have where you sell those things. All right. Next is a summit funnel. Some people do telesummits, things like that. Summit funnel starts with, I think it's a pre-sale page, right? Yep. So the pre-sale page, it talks about, here's all the speakers that are going to be on my cool telesummit. They're awesome. Then you go to register. You click on the click pop, put the name, email address in. Boom. And then on the next page is where we would upsell them. I think we have a VSL plus order form. Oh, VSL. Traditionally, this is, if you guys have ever done telesummits or seen them and part of them, usually someone will register for a telesummit for free to get access to all the live trainings, and then there'll be an upsell for like the recordings, or the transcripts, or things like that. And then at the end of it, you would share that with your friends and get them into your telesummit as well. I say telesummit, but any kind of summit, webinar summit, live summit, things like that. So there's a summit funnel. Next one is the live demo funnel. Live demo funnel is, like an example is us doing Funnel Fridays every single Friday. We do that because it is insanely profitable. I think one of the biggest mistakes people make is that their customers never see them drinking their own Kool-Aid. So we started doing this because I wanted our customers to see that I actually use ClickFunnels every single day. And so we started doing it. Once a week we do this live show. Basically it's a live demo page of me doing the thing. People can opt in to get on the notification list to get back to it. And then we thank them. And then down here we have links that push to all other funnels. I probably shouldn't say on live video. Trackable, well, we make a lot of money. That's why we keep doing it every single week. I think every single person who has a product or a service that they sell, which hopefully is all business owners, should have a weekly show where you just get on, you're not pitching, you're not selling, you're just using your product. I tell every network marketer like that. If I was network marketing, I would do a show with me using my product every single week consistently. I would just always have that over and over and over again. Yeah, almost every business you should be demoing, showing you the fact, use your software and people, or your product, your service, people love it. All right, and those are the 22 funnel types. All right, thank you, Stephen. Let's give him a round of applause for being helping. Thank you. All right. Okay, so what we're doing now is, now that you've kind of seen, again, we've gone from elements go into pages, pages go into funnels, and then the next strategy is what we call funnel stacking. And this is the next piece I want you guys to understand of how all these things tie together. So I wrote a book a little while ago called Funnel Stacking, the 3 core funnels. And it was showing kind of the 3 funnels we have in our business. So for my business, we basically have like Tripwire for funnels. which then lead people to webinar funnels, then to high ticket funnels. I told you before that most businesses probably have 2 or 3 types of funnels that they leverage primarily. I shared 22 with them, but you're not gonna be doing 22. You're gonna be doing probably 2 or 3 max is what each type of business should be using. So you gotta figure out which one is the right funnel, right? We'll talk about that. But what's interesting that a lot of people don't understand is that the first funnel that I have typically doesn't make me any money. Okay, or very little money. In fact, my goal, our internal goal as a company, when we launch a new funnel, it's the front end funnel. We call these break-even funnels. My goal is to break even. I want to create a funnel. I want to like my book. Like I sell my book on Facebook, right? My goal is not to become hugely rich by selling the book. My goal is to break even. Where I can spend $1 on advertising and I get that dollar back out here in the initial funnel. And then what happens is I get the most valuable thing for every single business. You get a customer. And then if you treat that customer right, they will continue to buy from you until you either stop selling them stuff or unless you offend them. So now I start taking them here to other funnels where I start selling them different products and services to help improve what it is or help make whatever I sold them even better, right? And that's kind of the journey here on the backside of it. And so it's important to understand that. So like in my business, I have these front-end funnels where I sell books and things like that, and my goal is to break even, but then I get a customer, then I invite those customers to the webinars, and anybody who buys anything on the webinar, it's 100% pure profit. Because I don't have to buy that, I don't have to pay Facebook or Google for that customer again. I've got them, and then I send them to the next one, and this is pure profit, and this is pure profit. So we call this funnel stacking. Most businesses will have multiple funnels. The first funnel, again, the goal is to break even. Second funnel is where you start making profit. Okay, a lot of people go in this, they create the first funnel, they launch, and they're like, oh, I only broke even, or oh, I lost a little bit of money. I'm like, in our office, when we break even, we start celebrating and dancing. Every time we break even, we know it's at least $1 million a year funnel. We start going crazy. Like, we broke even. If we make a profit on the first end funnel, like we literally have, that's a huge deal. That doesn't happen that often. If we break even, like that means we won. Okay? And so we gotta get that mindset happening with people, because a lot of times they do this thing, they put it together for they launch it, and like, I didn't make any money, and then they walk away from it. It's like, no, you didn't lose money and you got customers. You have 10, 50, 100, 1,000 customers now that you can sell other products and other services to. We talked about before at the beginning of the day, whoever can spend the most money to acquire a customer wins. Okay, and the way we do that is by having these funnels. There's 2 ways. Number one is get somebody to give you like $30 million to inject in your company and give most of it to them, which sucks. Or number 2 is like have a break-even funnel where that liquidates the cost of the customer, and then everything else after that becomes pure profit. So those are the 2 ways to grow a business. This way is way better because you don't have to give your equity up to a bunch of people who don't love what you do as much as you do. Okay, so here's an example of like our tripwire funnel, just so you guys see numbers. So this is my .com secrets book. When someone came here, this is some stats I pulled from about a year ago from this time frame, just so you guys get some ideas of percentages and numbers to kind of help. So with this book, we spent out 200,000 visitors during this time, and from that, about 35,000 people filled in step 1 in the 2-step order form, and 27,636 actually filled in and put in their credit card. So about 14% of the people who hit the page actually bought the book. Okay, so then on the next, over here we have this little thing called the order form bump. It's on the 2-step order form, right? Where we upsold the audiobook version of my book for $37. Okay, and this is a testimonial from someone else who started adding order form bumps. It'll like change your life overnight. And so you look at like my average cart value so far, just from the sales page, is I made $219,760 from those people. How many was that? From these 27,000 people that bought 27,000 books. So far we made that much money is how much we collected just on this page right here. Boom, on 2-step order form page, okay? That's the first page. That much came from the shipping cost, that much came from the bump. Actually, that was total revenue. So $506,000 came from this page right here. And so my average cart value for every book we sold, for the 20,000 divided by this number, we averaged $18.31 so far for everyone who bought the book through page number 1 so far, right? So I mean, so far I can spend $18.31 to sell a book and I still break even. Okay, but that's just the first page in the funnel. There's more pages. Okay, so then we go to page number 2, and it's like, hey, wait, I want to sell you something really, really cool. So I have an upsell in here, right? So I got an upsell, and I'm like, this is this really cool course called Instant Traffic Hacks. It's $197. You guys should buy it. Now, unfortunately, not everybody bought it, which makes me kind of sad, but 4% of the people did buy it, which is awesome. So that means I have 20,000 people that saw this page, 1,200 people bought it. If you do the math on that, that is an additional $250,000 that I got from that little Lego right there. I love that Lego. It's awesome. Now it's, but my average cart value is now $27.39. So now I can spend $29.79 to be able to sell a book. No other author can do that. And I'm not done yet. That was upsell number 1. Then we transition now to upsell number 2. Upsell number 2, same kind of thing. Only 2% of people bought it. Oh, it's kind of a bummer. Only 2% of people bought it. But the nice thing about that, 2% of those people is 439 people. bought the next thing, which equaled an additional $130,000 in cash. So now my average cart value on this one was up to $32.10. I can now spend $32.10 and still break even. You guys getting this? All right. This is pretty cool, right? And then on the thank you page, I took this page, and my thanks so much for ordering the book. By the way, I got a bunch of other really cool stuff that you should buy as well. Here's links to it. I had an offer wall that then pushed them into all these other front ends that I had. Now, I didn't track that deep to see all other things. That's all just pure profit, pushing people into my other funnels and sending them up. Okay? Now, the coolest thing is that, like I said, we're at $32 I can spend to acquire a customer. It typically doesn't cost me $32 to acquire a customer. For my book offer right now, like I said, it's anywhere from, on the low end, $5 to get a customer, to the high end, about $20. So I'm profitable. Now, we're not always profitable. Some things we go less on. The longer funnel runs, especially with like one traffic source, after a while it'll start getting less and less effective, so the ad costs will go up. So like it'll go from $5 to 10 to 15 to 20 to 25 to 30. And as it gets closer and closer to break even, it hits about break even, we stop the ads, and then we shift to a different front end funnel. And so that's how our business whole works. But it's all about getting customers for as close to break even as possible. Because for a break even, now I got a customer, so I got a break even customer, now I can take them to the next thing. And all of those 20,000 people that bought the book, I take them to here, and if I get 5% to buy my $1,000 thing on the webinar, that's all pure profit. That's how we build huge companies. That's the secret behind this thing, is actually stacking these funnels one on top of the other. Because again, whoever can spend the most money to acquire a customer wins. Okay? The next thing I want to do is I want to spend a few minutes on this part right here. There are a lot of funnel consultants out there. We've trained a lot of funnel consultants. We have a certification program. And so there are a lot of people out there. But I want everyone here, everyone watching this video, I want you guys to become your own funnel consultants. Okay? That's what the whole goal of this cookbook is, for you to figure out like what is it I should be doing and how should I be doing it. And so I'm going to give you some hints. I'm going to go through what I would do if I was in your traditional businesses, and hopefully it'll help steer you in the right direction. But at the same time, it's your own creativity. As you start playing this, it's like, okay, I've got these assets, so I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this. I'm going to do some things, and you can start with any of the core 22 funnel templates we've given you, and you start with that, and then start tweaking things and adding things and just having fun with it. Okay? Now. Inside of our company, there's basically, we did a huge survey. We had about 30,000 customers at the time. I think we did a big survey to all of our audience. We found out that basically, in my market, the people use there's 6 different business types that use ClickFunnels. So for everyone in this room and everyone at home watching this, your business probably fits into one of these 6 categories. So I'm going to go through each of the categories, and then I'm going to talk about like what funnels I would use if I was in those categories. Okay. So the first one, and this is the one we probably have the most ClickFunnels members, or people that fall into this. They're either authors, speakers, coaches, or consultants. That's the first category. So it's anyone selling information products, books, masterminds, events, and anything like that. Okay. They all fall into this type of a business. Okay. Now, if I was any of those type of people, which I am, these are the 3 funnels I would use. Okay, I would do a 2-step free plus shipping funnel, just like I do with my books, right? And if you haven't read a book, that's okay. I would find something else. One of my best free plus shipping things ever was literally it was a piece of paper with a script on it and a CD of me or a DVD of me teaching the script. That was it. We printed a piece of paper, burned a DVD, and sent it out. That one out-converted all my books, which makes me sad because I spent a lot of time writing books. So you don't even have to write a book. Just find something cool that become a free plus shipping or something like that. Some people don't want to do free plus shipping. You can do buy the book and get free shipping, and conversion rates will almost be the same. So if you don't want to do that. So I would do a 2-step funnel. I would also do a webinar funnel. If you read my Expert Secrets book, the whole book's about why you should do webinar funnels and gives you the webinar scripts and the webinar process and everything. But I would do a webinar funnel because this is one of the best ways to sell your expertise, to sell yourself as an author, speaker, coach, consultant. And the last thing I would do is a high-ticket application funnel, because this is the way you can sell high-end consulting. It's hard to sell like $10, $25, $100,000 coaching through just an order form. It's hard. One reason because people's banks won't allow a $25,000 order on traditional order form. You have to get on the phone with somebody to make that happen. So we'll have an application funnel. Somebody come here, they'll watch a video, they'll opt in, they'll apply, and then someone from our team will call them and then sell them the more expensive thing. So if I'm an author or speaker, those are my funnels. Okay, this one's easy because if you've read my funnel stacking book, I go through like my 3 core funnels. I would literally say, okay, this is my book funnel, this is my webinar funnel, and this is how they all hook together. So it's easier in this market because it's been done so many times by us and other people, but those are the ones I would use. Okay, the second business type is professional services. So inside of professional services, we've grouped like chiropractors, real estate agents, dentists, CPAs, financial insurance advisors, and a whole bunch more. Like there's a lot of segments. I wish we could name all of them, but there's a whole bunch of segments that fit in that, right? So a lot of people are professional services. So if I was in professional services, what funnels would I use? So the first thing I would use is I would use some kind of hero funnel. Okay, I was joking about it earlier, but hero funnels are important for things like that. If I was going to work with somebody, a lot of times I'd want to know their story, right? My buddy, Dr. Woolner, who's a chiropractor, he tried all sorts of traditional advertising and struggled. And one thing he did is he put up a page with the video of him telling his story, and he started advertising, buying ads to that, and it built connection with him. When most chiropractors here in Boise, and there's one on every corner, 2 or 3 on some of the corners, like they're everywhere, and everyone's selling like, get a free neck adjustment, get a free exam, get free, like everyone's trying to pitch free, 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 and they're all like going to the bottom of the bucket and fighting on price. Chad was doing that for a while, and then I remember he came to me and he was asking me, he's like, how's all this marketing stuff you do? Like, how does this work? And I was like, well, like you gotta share your story. You gotta share connection. Like get people to connect with you. And I was like, well, why are you a chiropractor? And he's like, well, because it pays well and things like that. I'm like, no, like what was the real story why you're a chiropractor? And he said, well, the real reason was I was in college. He said when I was in college, I was actually going to be a dentist, and I was going through dental school, and that was the path of my life. And then we got in a car wreck, and my wife got really hurt. Her back got really, really bad. And she said we went to doctors, went to all sorts of things, did X-rays, and could never get her back to feel better. And one day we took her to a chiropractor. And the chiropractor took her and adjusted her. Within seconds, she felt better. And I remember watching him adjust my wife, and I was like, man, if I could do that for other people, like that would be the coolest thing in the world. Is that I want to become a chiropractor. So he changed his major and shifted to chiropractor because of that experience. I was like, you need to tell that story. So he captured himself on video telling that story, put it up here, started driving ads to it, and suddenly people saw those things and they connected with him as the person, him as the hero. And what happened is that because they knew who he was and they trusted him, they knew his story, people would drive past 10, 20, 30 different chiropractors to get to him because they got connection with him. So I'd have some kind of hero funnel telling your story so that it gets you to stop being a commodity. So many of professional services, people are in a commodity-based business. We're all fighting to the lowest thing. And the more you can build your personality and brand and connection, the better you can do. Number 2 is I would do a reverse squeeze page. I would look at what services I offer, and what I would do is I'd make a video of me teaching like this thing, like, let me tell you about why I do blah. I'm a financial advisor. Maybe there's some really cool tax strategy. I would have a video of me talking about the tax strategy. And at the end of it, like, if you want more information on this, put your email address down below, or maybe your name and your phone number or whatever, and I'm going to give you some more information over here, or I'm going to have some from my team call you. And I would make videos like this, training on like the cool things that I can do, and then buy ads to there to get leads. Okay? And last thing I would do if I was in professional service, I would definitely do some kind of webinar. A lot of professional services are built right now where people will run ads and they'll get people to come to a hotel room, or they'll go to their companies and try to do presentations. You can do the same thing online with a webinar funnel, do a presentation teaching your stuff, and sell people in masses, just like you would do at a live event or a hotel meeting, things like that. So if I was in professional services, those are the funnels I would begin with for sure. Okay? All right, retail. Now retail is one that people always like, well, I'm in retail, Russell, how's this gonna work for me? So retail is huge, obviously, and I couldn't put them all in there, but I'm saying like restaurants, gyms, spas and salons, entertainment, auto shops, any type of retail, brick and mortar type place, I would bundle into this. Okay, so if I was in retail, what I would do, I would probably start with some kind of daily deal funnel. Okay, now I would look at Groupon, look at Living Social, like what are other people in my industry running as offers? I would create an offer like that. Now I'm not a big believer in discounting your stuff really, really big, which is what most Groupon things. I would try to, like, instead of discounting my price really, really big, I would try to bundle and make a really good offer. So instead of like saying, hey, instead of dinner's normally $100 in my restaurant, I'll give it to you for $20, like is normally happening on Groupon, I'd actually make a better offer. Like, come in for $100 for a normal dinner, and what we'll do is, if it's your birthday, we're gonna do this, this, and this. Or you're getting free ice cream or free cake or something like that, where they're buying the core thing, but you're bundling and making it better. So that's why I kind of shift how I do my Groupon offers, and I would run that every single day for new customer acquisition. And number 2, I'd have a storefront with all the different products I sold, because a lot of people come in and they have no idea what you're even selling. I can't tell you how many times I go into a local brick and mortar thing to buy one thing, to get my brakes checked, to purchase something, and they have this whole suite of other things I don't even know about. And so as people are coming into my store, I would get their email addresses, and I'd send them here like, hey, here's other stuff that we offer as well. And then I'd have a storefront with all the different products, and they can click on those, go to funnels where I actually sell each of those individual products. And then the last thing I would do is I would do some kind of application funnel. For higher end services. Most retail places, again, it's a commodity-based thing where everyone's fighting towards the bottom. If I owned a retail store, I would try to make the most expensive. One of my mentors said that if you can't be the lowest price leader, there's no strategic advantage to being the second lowest price leader. I'm a big believer in that. So I would like, how do I become the most expensive car shop in town? How do I make things exclusive? I only work on the most expensive cars. And I would try to figure out how to like posture and position myself and make an application funnel for that where people actually had to apply to use my services. And maybe I have a restaurant and it doesn't make, like that doesn't make sense. People come in all the time. But I have people come in, but I say, look, this is where you come in, but we have a separate spot over here. We've got a chef that's dedicated to special people, or special events or something, and have people apply for that, for the ability to come to the higher end things. And those are the funnels I would use if I was in e-com, or excuse me, if I was in retail. Okay, e-commerce. So this is kind of position anyone in e-commerce, like anyone who's selling any kind of physical products online. So Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, eBay, online stores, and a whole bunch more, right? It's funny because this is by far the fastest growing segment inside of ClickFunnels is people who are selling stuff on Amazon, and then Amazon kicks them out and they're freaking out and they lose control of their destiny. Like funnels is how you control your destiny as an e-commerce person. And so I've had a really cool chance to see tons of different e-commerce people coming in and seeing what's actually working. So here are the things that are working the best in e-commerce. Number one, would be like a daily deal type funnel. If your products or services match towards that. Okay, we have a really good offer. Again, not necessarily discounting, but making a really cool bundle you can consistently sell over and over and over and over again. Number two, again, is having a storefront. Here's all the products and services we sell. You can send leads to there, you can send traffic to there, things like that. We send a link to individual funnels. And then the individual funnels I link to would be the two-step tripwire funnels. I've seen people make tens of millions of dollars in e-commerce with tripwire funnels. Basically, the way that this works is a typical e-commerce thing. You have a cart, right? Like someone goes to Amazon and they pick your product and then they see all the other stuff and they start adding to this cart. And half the products aren't even yours, right? But they're picking this thing and they have a cart. And at the end of it, they go and they buy the thing. And how many times do you get to the end of that thing and then you're like, I actually don't want all this stuff. Or your wife calls, your kids call, and you leave and you never actually complete the order. Happens all the time. So what this is, it kind of takes the traditional shopping cart and it flips it outside where you start and you lead with your best selling product. What's the best thing you possibly have to sell? What's the best front end that's going to get the most people in, and you have make a really good offer on that, and someone buys it. And this turns into like a cart. In fact, we kind of nicknamed this one also cart funnels, but it's the same process where this is like a cart, but instead of waiting till the very end and charging them at the end, I sell my best thing, the best offers. They put their credit card in and I get their name, their email, their credit card. They bought it, and then I come through and I start upselling them the other things they would have in their cart. Okay, so far the biggest grossing funnel inside of ClickFunnels was the e-commerce funnel. I'm not privy to share the details, but basically it was a flashlight on the front end. They upsold more flashlights. They upsold shipping plans. They upsold warranties. They upsold cases. They upsold bags, like a whole bunch of stuff in this thing. Same way that someone would go if they were going to Amazon and buy this and they would add all these things to a cart. He just sold the first thing really good and then said, hey, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? And all these from here, like one click upsell. Someone clicks once, builds their card, clicks once, builds their card. So I'm taking this whole cart model and we're flipping it around and taking it through a funnel. And so if I was in any kind of e-commerce, these were the funnels I would be focusing on 100%. Next are B2B, business to business. I always get people who are like, well, this doesn't work for B2B, Russell. And it makes me laugh because it works great for all. This stuff actually only works for businesses that need leads or customers. So if you need leads or customers, like this works for your business. Otherwise, you're screwed. So yes, B2B people, I think they want leads or customers. So anything, like products, services, consulting, equipment, there's a million B2B things. For some reason people think because they're selling to a business that things are different. It's not. People are still people. Like it doesn't change. So a couple things I would do. There's probably two core funnels I would do if I was in B2B. I would do a webinar funnel. I would try to get the decision makers and the people onto a live event where I can do my presentation, demo my products, my services, my whatever it is. I would demo it and I would sell it on a live webinar funnel. Or number two is I would shift my posturing and positioning. Instead of being someone who's out there hustling for jobs, I would completely transform that. And I would make people apply to work with me. I'd have a really good case study here about the result that I got for some other business, showing just a big case study or white paper, whatever you want to call it, of that business. I would share that, and if they see and then I would send people there, and then if they after they see the result I got for that company, have them opt in. Then I have a page they can apply if they want to work with us. You got to apply, or someone on our team will call you, and then I would call them and sell them the consulting, or whatever the packages, the equipment, whatever it is you're selling for your specific company. All right, and then the last type of business that we're going to cover here that fits into our 6 core businesses are network and affiliate marketers. These are people who aren't traditionally selling their own products, they're selling somebody else's products. They might be distributors, affiliates, they're doing home parties, direct sales, and a whole bunch more. And this is probably the question I get more than anything is, what kind of funnel should I use if I'm in network marketing? I get that over and over and over again. And I always smile, and the answer is always the same. So these are the funnels I would use. The first one, is a bridge page funnel, because every single time somebody asks me about my product or my service, I'm not going to send them directly to the corporate website. I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to have them go and put their name in. I'm going to figure out What's the result that my product or service gets for somebody? I make a really good squeeze page here talking about like, hey, do you want to find out how to get this result? Give me your email address, I'm going to tell you. Okay, they give me the email address, and on the next page, I grab the bridge page, and I say, okay, the result you want is this. This is the product that I use that gets me that result. Down below, there's a link that's going to take you to a page where you can buy that. And by the way, if you want to learn how to become a distributor, whatever that might be, I'm going to use the bridge page there and push them over. All right, number 2 is what we call a webinar funnel. We've heard of these before. We call these, in the network marketing industry, we call these home party funnels, or excuse me, we call them hotel meeting funnels, right? Because think about this, how traditional network marketing companies were built is that there would be a speaker at a hotel every Tuesday night at the Holiday Inn, and people would come and they'd bring their friends, and they'd bring the friends in, the speaker would be on stage, he would present the thing, the other thing, people would go run the back, they'd sign up for the network marketing program, and the speaker would say, hey, I'm coming back next Tuesday, bring your friends and family members, and we'll do this again. And that's how companies were built up from scratch and built huge things. Same thing happens on a webinar funnel. I do a webinar where I do my presentation, I get people to sign up, I tell those people to bring people back to the webinar that's happening next week, and that would be exactly what I do over and over and over. I do a live event every single week until I was a bajillionaire. I have whatever my goals were. But that would be it. I do it over and over and over again. That's the webinar funnel. And the last one, in network marketing, people do home parties. Home parties, this is, we nickname this one the home party funnel, which is just the live demo funnel. It's me doing a video. If I was in a network marketing company that was selling some kind of supplement, I would do a show like this in my kitchen every single day talking about, I do this, and this is how I make my product, and it's drink, and it's awesome. And I would do a show every single week, just like a home party. I would do that. I would share with people, I'd sign them up, and I'd have people bring back next, we're doing another home party next Friday, bring your friends and family to be part of it. I'd be doing virtual home parties through the live demo funnel as well. And those are the funnels I'd be using if I was in any of those 6 industries. So with that said, you guys, I want you guys thinking about, again, my goal with this is for all of you guys to be able to be your own funnel consultants. Like that gives you some framework. These are probably the best ones to start with my specific business. And then going through the cookbook and say, okay, I'm gonna start with this one. And then putting it together. And again, let's say it's reverse squeeze page to a VSL order form to offer wall. Let's say that's the funnel you decide to pick. Like do it. In the beginning, don't get super fancy pants the first time around. Somebody's gonna be like, oh, just do the funnel that's in the book. Take that, put it together. Use funnel scripts to get the copy done on all the pages, make sure the things are right, get your pictures, replace everything, get it to work, and it's just done. And then go and you're gonna start driving traffic, start sending people into these funnels and see what happens. And then if it's not working, that's when you come back, okay, I'm gonna tweak this, or I'm gonna change the offer wall page for this. And you can flip and flop things out really, really easily. But at first, just use the processes in the cookbook. I would say 95% of every circumstance, in all the funnels we use, it's using the exact template that I show you guys in this book. People always think it's some fancy magic trick, and it's not. If you look at the .com Secrets book funnel, it's simple. The Expert Secrets book funnel is the exact same funnel. The Perfect Webinar Secrets funnel is the exact same funnel. My webinar funnel, I think I've got 6 or 7 active webinars. It's all the exact same funnel, right? My high ticket coaching, my certification program, all the exact same high ticket funnel. They work. So don't deviate from them. I don't want everyone reinventing the wheel. This is the science. You need to spend time on the art and if you're doing like what you're gonna say in your videos and your headlines, all that kind of stuff. But the science part, it just works. And we've broken it down as simple as possible through these Legos. And hopefully this gives you guys what you need to be able to really understand the frameworks and how they all work together. So kind of to recap everything here in the cookbook, it all starts with the ingredients, right? It starts with the elements. You get all the elements, and there's about 50 of them right now. So you learn those things, understand the elements. So you understand the elements, then you pick each page, and you're like, okay, for this page to work, what are the ingredients I need? I need a little bit of this in here. I need a little bit of this in here. I got these ingredients in there, and boom. Now I've got the page. Awesome. Now you got the page figured out, and you're like, okay, now which one of these pages do I need for that funnel that I want? It's these 3 pages. You figure out the ingredients go on each page, and that quick, it's done. That's how simple this is. And one thing we've done inside the cookbook to make this as easy as possible, we actually have an online version of the cookbook as well that'll show you the 22 funnel types. And we try to make it as smart as possible so you can say, okay, I am a network marketer my goal is to generate leads and whatever. And you select a couple things, and what happens, 22 funnels, it'll say, you're this, boom, half of them will disappear. You click this, more disappear. So it gets down to like, here's the 2 or 3 funnels you should actually use. Where I am a chiropractor, so I'm a business professional, I'm trying to sell a workshop, you click up buttons and the 22 will disappear down to 2 or 3, and then you're like, okay, that's the ones I want. And then the other cool thing we've done is we've tried to do all the design stuff. You guys will see when you get into the online version of the cookbook, where if you decide like this is the funnel type I want, that the page design from page 1 to page 2 to page 3 will match all the way through the actual funnel. So you don't have to go and like redesign every single page. That design will match the whole thing. So you pick one of the designs and you can run with it. We've got a whole bunch of free designs for every single one, and then we also have a marketplace of really good designers who have been designing templates for each of these funnels as well. So you know, like, hey, I know the funnel I want. I want to use the live demo funnel. You'll click on the Cookbook, you click on that, boom, it'll say, here's the 8 versions of this template that are free, pick whichever one you like the best, or here's 12 other ones that you can buy from other designers. You click a button and then boom, the whole funnel is built. It's got all the pages in the right thing, all the design done, and then you can go there. Instead of trying to like create stuff from scratch, you can just come in here and just replace your headlines, replace your things, replace your logos, and it should be really, really simple and really, really easy. We've tried through this process and through this cookbook to make this so simple that anybody can do it, and I hope that this training compiled with this cookbook and with the actual software will make this process so easy for you guys. So with that said, that is the Funnel Hacker Cookbook, and thanks you guys for hanging out tonight. No matter where you are today in your business and in your life, you're just one funnel away.